Hi, today I'm gonna show you how to use the new GPT-Vision model in combination with the LangChain. We're gonna provide the model this image with some food and let GPT-Vision extract and list all of that food. We can then use a normal chat model to ask for a specific dish with only that ingredients. It will provide a single dish as output. We then can provide that dish to DALL-E 3 and ask the model to create a nice image. So at the end we have a very simple image-to-image pipeline. Okay, I'm here in VS Code. And we first have to install some very specific versions of LangChain and OpenAI to make this work. The newest LangChain does not work in combination with the major version upgrade of OpenAI. So we have to use that sneak preview version. Otherwise it will not work. Okay, after installing that code, we have to make use of our OpenAI API key, which is in the .env file. And after that, we can now write a function that will load a local image. That's because we have two options to work with the OpenAI API with GPT-Vision. So we can provide a link to a specific image, or we can provide the image directly as base 46 encoded version of that image. So let's run that function. And after that, we can make use of the chat OpenAI class from LangChain, and we have to provide a very specific model. And this is GPT-4-Vision minus preview. So this is the only model that is able to work with images. So let's create an instance of that. So this is now our chain. And now we will use the encode image function and load the food file. So here is some food which I've got in my kitchen, and we want to make a nice dish with that. So let's load that image. And just to show, this is the way it looks like after encoding it to a base 46 string. So this is something we cannot work with, but the model can. Okay, now we can invoke our chain. So we will make use of the LangChain expression language here, and we will provide an AI message and a human message. In the AI message, we will just tell, you are a useful bot that is good at extracting stuff from images. After that, we will provide a human message. And here it's very important that we actually use that preview version of LangChain, because in the old version or in the current master version, we have to provide the content as string, and that does not work in combination with the GPT-Vision API. So here we have to provide content as a list and not as a string. And inside that list, we have to provide a dictionary. So we have to provide a type, which is text, and the text is what we want to instruct the model with. Identify all items on this image which are food related and provide a list of what you see. And then in a second dictionary, you have to provide the image URL. So you can provide an image also via web, but we will provide it locally. So we have to set it like this. So we pass in the data here, base 46 encoded, and we pass in the encoded string here inside that URL. Okay, so the return value from our chain is a message object, and we can extract the content property from that. So here we can see this is the list of our ingredients. We can see eggs, a wheel of cheese, zucchinis, bag of shallots. Yeah, that's very nice. It extracted everything correctly, and we can provide that list to another chain. So instead of using the GPT-Vision model now, we can use another model, the GPT-3.5 Turbo model, and provide that list to that model. And here we provide a prompt template. You see the following foods in a product list. So this is the list we want to pass. And here we instruct the model create a dish using only that ingredients and say what it is called. Only return the name of the dish, nothing else. So here are some examples that it should only return a single value. And now we create a chain. We pass in the prompt to the chain and pipe that to the output parser. And this is now our runnable, and we have to invoke that after that. And we will provide the message or specific the attribute, the content attribute of that message. And now we will receive the dish, Greek, olive and cheese omelette. Okay, we want to provide that now to the DALL-E 3 model. And unfortunately, DALL-E 3 does not work in combination with the LangChain, so we have to use the OpenAI API directly, or use the OpenAI library for that. So we create a client, and here we use the image client. We use the generate function, pass in the model, and we pass in a new prompt. A nice candlelight dinner with the following dish for 2 persons. And this is the size of our image. We want standard quality and only want a single image. And this will provide us with a URL, and at the end we can just print that URL and visit our final image. Okay, that did not work. The error code tells us that we violated the content policy, and I would just normally try it again because this is something that happens quite often, to be honest. And okay, now it worked. I really have no idea why this is often rejected. But now we can see this is the URL where we can now visit our final dish. And yeah, that's our final output. We got that omelette with cheese, olives, and so on. So I think that's a very nice and simple image-to-image pipeline. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe to my channel and like the video, of course. Thank you very much. Bye bye.